in for salad. Thank you. My name is Hallie Foreman. I'm the executive chef and director of nutrition at the Trailblazers. So I have worked in a lot of kitchens, and because of that, I was able to use my knowledge of what works and what doesn't work to be able to fully, completely design this kitchen to be an a la carte style kitchen. We wanted to make sure that we're able to utilize all of those local products in the best way possible, and to us that means cooking the food after somebody's ordered it as opposed to before. But it wouldn't have happened without management and ownership. Jody really believed in this, so it was stressful, right? Because everybody believed in it, Coach believes in it, and it's just a really important part of this building. This tiny corner of this building is super important, and again, it's just a place that people gather. So the 5-6 months from start to finish was really hard, but because of all the great people that we had working on this project, it turned out incredible. All right, let's see. Coffee tables. Oh my gosh.
Obviously, this is essentially
than
the
enough
same
copies,
packet
so.
that we've looked at previously. So far, we've updated the floor plan.
Hallie came into this project with such a strong vision for what she wanted that it was great to just be able to take that from her and run. She's always been informative with lots of feedback and really helped us bring that vision to life together.
Awesome. Yeah, because they'll be like embossed with the Blazers logo for some of them.
The vision of the remodel was really driven a lot by Hallie and what she envisioned for her space.
All right, so this is the space. So we're currently standing in the future dining room. So we're gonna have some bar seats, cold service, hot service. It's actually crazy how much hasn't changed from this drawing. We're gonna have a lot of communal tables, chairs, really the opportunity for everybody to, just sit communally and enjoy a meal.
Her vision was really the idea of a much more kind of hospitality experience versus what they had had previously, which was just a lot more separated, the back of house versus front of house experience. So that was a huge driver in the design direction for the project.
I drew the sketch, they call it a napkin sketch, on January 31st of this year. The product is what's behind me. We'll do the risotto beans, crispy parm. Everyone in the kitchen is incredible. They are working tirelessly, on their feet all day, always have a great attitude, always willing to jump in and do anything.
Working on a kitchen is always a little different than like a typical building project. So as a kitchen, there's a lot of things you have to consider as far as mechanical and electrical systems, and then also integrating the aesthetic design into that and making sure that it all comes together.
The kitchen remodel project was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever done. How many different touches that had to happen in order for this to be what it is today.
As the general contractor, we do all the construction and bring the project to life. We have some really beautiful materials going in, great local materials like wood and the stone. Those are amazing and look fantastic, and they can be a little tricky to install. So we have to be really detailed with how those go in.
One team, one goal. We had all women as leads on this kitchen project, which was truly incredible because in construction, in culinary, in sports, specifically men's basketball, most of the time the leads are men. So for all of the leads to be women, I think was something special.
Working with Hallie has been fantastic. She has played an integral role in helping us. Any challenges we had along the way, she helped a lot with getting us to the finish line on those issues.
Having someone come in at her level and her experience, it's brought just a whole other element, I think, to our whole nutrition department.
They don't even get a video of me. That first day that we opened was really special. Everybody here is pretty low key, so there was no outward like, oh my gosh. We were able to see Coach's reaction. You could tell by looking at their faces that they knew that it was worth the wait.
Before and after, right? Our new kitchen is a vibe, man. I love it. They did an amazing job on it. It's beautiful. That's become, in a very small amount of time, the heart of our facility.
Practice facility is like our home, even more than the arena. We're there every day. We spend hours there. We're with the same group of people every day. So the energy there is so important, and I think that kitchen really helps facilitate that. Nutrition is arguably the most important thing as a high-level athlete. Us having a new kitchen, us having the level of chefs that we have, I think it's a huge advantage for us.
The new kitchen is amazing. Very zen vibes, very calming vibe.
It's a great setup for us, and you see a lot of guys hanging out there for long periods of time, so that's how you know it's a good area.
It's one department, so even though we have kitchen staff and we have the dietetic staff, everybody really works together because our athletes at the end of the day are why we're here. We all have one goal, and that's just to get the players the best nutrition that they possibly can to perform their best.
Yeah, nutrition is really important. We go on so many trips to travel. Your body is your temple, you wouldn't be in the NBA without it. We wouldn't have this job without it.
It's really important to use local vendors to be able to shop local and support local businesses. I think just really goes along those lines of representing who we are and where this program is, and actually go talk to our farmers, learn what's in the soil, see when the best time for harvesting something is, when is the best time for us to use that local produce that's going to provide the most nutrients to our athletes when we're preparing our foods. We wanted to make sure that we're able to utilize all of those local products in the best way possible, and to us that means cooking the food after somebody's ordered it as opposed to before. You can get fresh fish from the coast, you can get fresh chicken from down the street, whatever you need, you can get that in Oregon.
So I always say with nutrition, I think it's one of those little things, right? So you can be doing all the training, but it helps the guys be that much better.
I was just telling Chris. I don't
tell him, Nick.
It's gonna be a good one. I don't feel bad.
Even though we are a food-first nutrition program, there are other things that we do touch on, right? So we give the guys their collagen and beet juice before practice. We'll give them customized vitamin packs every single day, protein shakes post-practice.
Hey, Shell, she's legit, man. She's a troop at what she does.
There we go.
Nutrition is another one of those pieces where we're just trying to give them all the tools they can so that they can perform at their best. These guys are playing hard in a lot of minutes, so making sure that they have the energy to do that, to help them stay healthy, whether we're talking about injury or we're talking about illness. Making sure they're recovering. It is a long season, a lot of games.
I think the nutrition team's been great. They're so invested into our well-being. They're always checking on if you need anything, let us know.
You could definitely feel the difference in your energy level, the way you just feel in general. Eating healthy definitely benefits us as the season goes along, and we got all these games coming up, back-to-backs.
I think it's a little more hands-on when you're traveling because you have less people around, but a lot of the same things. We're paying attention to how guys are feeling, getting them what they need. Sometimes looking more at maybe injury prevention. We might look more at different types of hydration or things when we're going to altitude.
Keeping an eye on guys, making sure that, again, they are eating, they're getting the proper amount of protein and carbs before and after a game for pre-game meal or post-game meal. Again, just making sure that the guys know that there's somebody there for them. So we're just trying to make their lives easier and provide them fuel that is comforting, but also going to be helpful to their process going forward.
DA galloping right to the cup for the two-hand jam.
I have always been surrounded by people that want to do the best job that they can do. And that means long hours, that means being on your feet, that means some sacrifices, but because of the people that I have around me, it makes it possible.